We also want to talk about the rules tonight, because that is part of the dynamic. The presidential debate is hosted by ABC and the network, and both of the candidates agreed to these following rules. The debate will run 90 minutes with 2 breaks. There will be no opening statements. Each candidate's mic will be muted when it's not their turn to speak. Closing statements are 2 minutes, and once again, there's no audience. Now, there was a virtual coin flip that took place earlier this month. Trump's campaign won, and the toss there, since he won, well, he chose to have the final closing statement. The Harris campaign chose to stand the vice president at the right lectern. The other interesting thing that was talked about, you may have heard, was this controversy over the microphones. Nancy Cordes, explain what was that about? Why was this such a big deal?
Right. It seems like such a trivial element, right? The problem for Kamala Harris is that back when this was the Biden campaign, Biden's aides chose to strike a deal with the Trump campaign that whoever was not speaking in the debates would have their microphone turned off.
And that's because in 2020 it got out of control.
It was a slugfest.
Yeah.
They were talking over each other. Joe Biden, a little bit hard of hearing. So if he's being talked over, he's not necessarily going to hear what Trump is saying or what the moderators are saying. And so that was the agreement. Now Harris is the nominee, and she'd love to have the mic up the whole time. First of all, because the campaign thinks that one of her strongest moments in her vice presidential debate in 2020 was when she was there with Mike Pence, and he was talking over her, and she said, "Excuse me, I'm speaking." And it's a quick way to show dominance. But if you can't hear him because he's speaking out of turn, then what's the point? And so Trump said he was for it. Harris said she was for having the mics turned up. But Trump campaign officials were not for it. They knew exactly the trap that they were walking into, so they wouldn't budge. And so the rules have not changed. The microphones will be down for whoever is not speaking.
I mean, how do you think it changes things? Because we are in a period now, John, where, and CBS has an upcoming debate, the vice presidential debate. The moderators are there to moderate the conversation, not to fact check the candidates. It's the onus of each of the candidates to fact check one another. When the mics are dead, how do you quickly fact check someone?
Well, can I just answer another question first, Nora, which is...
No.
I will sit here mute. No, we're talking about, and this also Major touched on this, the things that Donald Trump's campaign is having to get him to do to restrain himself for a brief 90-minute period of time so that he can behave like an adult. That's extraordinary. We will see evidence of temperament in the 90 minutes, but that is an evidence of temperament as well, which is that he is the kind of person that requires mics to be cut off, thoroughgoing instructions not to stray down multiple garden paths. That tells us something about the presidency. You need a calm temperament for that job. So we've learned something before the debate has even taken place. But back to your point, and it's a very important one, Nora, in the age of multiple falsehoods and misinformation, it is the candidate's job to fact check, but it's also our job when we're not moderating. You will be, so you won't for the vice presidential, but it's all of our jobs to fact check. And it's the American people's job to say, wait a minute, I'm going to decide that a person who tells too many lies is not fit for a job where honesty is crucial, because you might have a pandemic. And when the pandemic comes, what they say will inform my choices and may, in fact, affect my life. So, you know, maybe I'm going to value that a little bit more highly.
It will be part of the dynamic, certainly, tonight, these guardrails that are in place because the microphones will not be turned on when the other person is speaking. It's an excellent point.